Good morning, everyone. So, when I started this channel, I was thinking my work here would only be a little more than a month. I started this channel on August 13 of 2025, at least this channel's ministry. And yeah, I was thinking that I would be a YouTuber for a very short period because I was totally convinced that September 23, 24, 2025 would see the rapture, as per what Joshua Malekla was shown. Well, what we found out was it's a journey. The Exodus is a journey. It's a process, and has a beginning. It has an end. And we always knew that there was a closing bookend set forth of the World Cup. And we've realized for a long time that that could be the end of the World Cup as scheduled, July 19, 2026, when the trophy, which is known as the World Cup, is supposed to be awarded to the winning team. So for there to be no World Cup could mean that there will be no awarding of that trophy. That's the last possible day on which anyone could think that Joshua Malekla did in fact hear from Jesus. So we knew that there was that closing bookend, but we've believed ever since the beginning of this journey that the rapture will probably happen much earlier, right? It can't possibly go as far as the end of the World Cup, given all the evidence. Well, God's been giving us evidence for various watches, many watches. He's given us very high watches, and He's given us so much evidence to get excited about for those watches. Of course, they have all passed. And why does God do this? I believe He does this because He wants to create a situation of maximum drama over the topic of the pre-trib rapture, both positive and negative drama, for the purpose of raising awareness throughout the world. And so I've believed that actually for a long time, that is what God is in the business of doing, because I know for sure that when I come up to a high watch and the Lord comes and points me forward to another one, it is Him that's doing this. I know that for sure from years of experience, even before I was watching with Joshua. And so I'm confident that we've been forwarding that goal of maximizing the drama over this topic since the beginning of the creation of this ministry. And so I feel good about what we've done and where we've been. And of course, it's been led by God. I didn't plan this. I sincerely believe each high watch is the one. And I choose to believe this based on the evidence. And I believe that that's how I should live. I should see powerful evidence, a weight of evidence, and then I should believe that, whether or not it's actually true. Because, I'm not God. I don't know what is and isn't true. Unless you know everything, you don't know anything about anything, right? Because there's always something you don't know that might countermand what you do know, right? So I'm not God. I don't actually know anything, but I believe things based on the weight of evidence. That's what humans do. So I really believe them. And because that's the funnest way to live, right? You live in incredible, bright expectancy that just, a few days or a few weeks from now, we'll see the rapture. And but as you do this again and again and again, it becomes harder and harder to get really excited about a high watch, right? So to me personally, it's incredible how excited I've become for a handful of these watches this year. Not everyone, but there's been a handful that I have really believed were the day. I remember like May 17 was one of those, April 19, just thinking here, what else? June 11 and 12, June 7 or 6 and 7. These were watches that were insanely high watch. And for me, and I went to bed thinking, wow, I'm probably getting raptured tonight. And when I woke up in the morning, I was very disappointed. I think we should be disappointed if a watch passed, because if we're not, it shows we didn't really expect it. So If we're not disappointed by a high watch passing, we should be disappointed in our lack of disappointment, in my opinion. But yeah, why don't we watch every day? Well, it's because nobody can actually get expectant of Jesus coming every single day. Because eventually all the days are the same, right? And no day is special, and therefore we're never really disappointed that the day passed. Unless we're just miserable with our life completely and we just wished he would come every day. I I know there are some like that, and but for me, I enjoy my life. I have a good life, and but I long for Jesus to come much more than I want to stay here, and so I don't want every day to be the same. I want to look forward to the days God points me forward to, and I want Him to point me forward. I don't want to be just trying to figure out when the rapture is. I'll never find it. I'm not smart enough, right? But God can reveal it, and that's the point. There's nothing God's ever going to do that He's not going to reveal to His servants, the prophets, ahead of time. That's what Amos 3:7 says. The Lord reveals His secrets. That's what Amos 3:7 says. And one of the most famous secrets of God is the day and hour of the rapture. So it's going to be revealed. That's what we're expecting. That's what we believe we have again and again and again. The revelation of the day and the hour. Maybe not the hour yet, but I don't think the hour will be revealed until just a little bit before. But I do think we can know the 2-day window because Earth is always in a period of 48 hours. And so that's what we watch. We watch periods of 48 hours, 2-day windows for the rapture. And then when we get down to it, sometimes we get excited about a specific hour. I believe someday that we will do that successfully because, in fact, Jesus finally revealed the day and the hour of His coming. This is it. I have received a lot yesterday, and I know that we've come down to the end, the final watch with Joshua Malekla. And because of all the astounding confirmations I've received all along this journey, that he did indeed hear from the Lord, and the Lord's telling me the same thing, essentially, in general, this has got to be it. I have never been more sure of any watch ever. So I would like you to subscribe to this channel. Why would I like you to subscribe to this channel? Because I would like to leave behind, for the left behind, here, at least on this channel, an indication of how many people enjoyed this content. And I believe it's higher than the total number of my subscribers. So if you see this video, you enjoy this whatsoever, please subscribe because it's a testimony for those left behind. And in case I'm wrong, should you believe I could be wrong, I don't really believe that. But if you believe that, it's still a good reason to subscribe. You can see what I say after it passes, because I would be back, should it pass, to talk about it and talk about what I'm thinking next. I may not continue the ministry in the way I do now whatsoever after that, but I would definitely come back at least 1 or 2 times and share my thoughts. But that's not going to happen, guys. The evidence is so astounding. Everything I learned yesterday already, and I know that there's much more to learn, much more to see. It's just absolutely incredible. So I don't want to be trying to present in long form videos. That's kind of difficult compared to writing posts. Here's another reason you should subscribe. You don't want to miss what I'm about to share in community posts. There's going to be lots of community posts coming in the next several days. I'll be working full time, but in the free time, I would like to be sharing some of this incredible light that God has given me. And it's just easy to do in community posts, and they are there for those left behind, should the internet still work. They can read what we were thinking about this watch and the experience. So I just share what God gives me. It's not maybe all that's needed in the world, that's for sure. But, you give as you're given to. And I'm super excited about what I'm going to be sharing in community posts, maybe short videos as well. But as a long form video, this is, I know it's rather rambling. I'm just talking without planning here, but I just wanted to say it's been just an unbelievable experience. It's just so incredible. The most supernatural time of my life.